Here is one of the platform developer one question. Here the question is, a object has both workflow field update and update trigger. Okay, in such scenario, um, which of these four options are valid? When an object has both update trigger and workflow, will it make any changes to the data? Or these workflow and trigger execute only once? Or will the workflow executes more than once, or the apex trigger execute more than once? So these are the various options. Let's try to understand this by updating some object that has both workflow and trigger. Okay. Just let me open the trigger documentation, that is the trigger execution document by Salesforce. And here what Salesforce says is, if the record is updated with your workflow field update, then it fires the update trigger, and that is before update trigger and after update trigger one more time. So this is with respect to the field update. If the object has field update, then the update trigger will execute one more time. Okay, we'll see whether it is valid. Okay, here I have created a workflow field update. Let me deactivate this. Okay, at present we have only triggered. Okay, so this workflow is deactivated. I have only trigger. Let me edit this trigger so that the update trigger will execute. Say for an example, I'm updating some value to this. Okay, here is the debug log. Let's see how many times this trigger has executed. So this trigger has executed only once. Okay. Now let us activate workflow field update. Let me try to edit the same contact. Come to debug log and see whether the trigger had executed one more time. Yeah. So first time the trigger, the before update trigger executed, then the workflow, once again the trigger. So with this we understand that if a workflow field update happens, the trigger gets executed one more time. Okay, but whereas you see the workflow contact is updated, that is executed only once. Okay, you can see this is only once. The workflow is updated only once, whereas this before trigger has executed one more time after this workflow. Okay, so with this we understand the answer for this question is apex trigger is fired one more than once. This is the valid answer. Thank you.